right, we got a little time. No captains have come out yet.
How you doing?
All right,
Good.
how you doing? Oh.
Sir? Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right, here comes Mountain Brook. There's number 10 in a soft boot. He's walking across the way. All right. We got drones.
Right, I was just going to say.
And pigeons.
Fly across.
Drones and pigeons. All right, there goes our captains. '48 and '49. Let's see, John Thompson. I don't have a 49. Okay, got you. You got a 49?
What time you got?
A gorgeous view of Oxford Stadium on the base of Choccolocco Mountain in the heart of Calhoun County off of I-20 at the crossroads of the future, Oxford, Alabama. Drummond Company, Friday night rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover as the homestanding Yellow Jackets take on the Mountain Brook Spartans in a key Class 6A Region 6 matchup. Hello, everybody. James Verretta along with R.J. Burns. And, R.J., it's close to mid-season point, and this is where every win counts.
Yeah, every victory at this point counts because when you start getting this late in the season, you're thinking about playoff implications, you're thinking about region titles. But at the same time, you've been playing for a while, and this is where everything starts to click right here. And hopefully team chemistry as well come together around this time.
As we take a look at our Tamron Hyundai Hoover keys to the game, both teams have some injuries, but the key is they got to step up and play up tonight.
For Mountain Brook, it's important that you lock in on all the small things, do the things right in order to be able to win the game. And for Mountain Brook, you also want to stop wide receiver Jaylen Taylor because he's very explosive on third down. For Oxford, it's important that quarterback Sims stays very composed, don't make the moment bigger than what it is, and you definitely want to identify reads and alignments defensively for Oxford.
This should be a great ball game between two storied programs. These are the Blue Bloods of Class 6A, semifinalists in Oxford just last year. And for Mountain Brook, this is a team that knows state championships. It's in their blood. We'll have kickoff coming up next. Stay tuned.
Out of play? Did they take us? What? No? Oh, that's nowhere near as fun, right?
Captains for tonight's game for the Mountain Brook Spartans, number 19, Archie Andrew, and number 48, John Thompson. For the Yellow Jackets, number 2, Kamari English, number 10, Keenan Britt, number 51, Josh Stacks, and number 1, Jaylen Taylor. Mountain Brook has won the toss and elected to defer. Yellow Jackets will receive and will defend the north end zone. Tonight's pregame coin toss has been sponsored by Calhoun County Commissioner Danny Shears. We appreciate Commissioner Shears' support of Oxford Athletics. Here come the Yellow Jackets.
Shops of Grand River coin toss, and it's Mountain Brook who wins the coin toss, and they defer. That means they'll have the ball in the second half. And let's go down to a third member of our broadcast, Austin Pratt.
Guys, I spoke with both coaches before the game. Coach Adams of Oxford telling me that this team's strength right now lies with its offense. He's confident they're able to put points up on the board, but he's calling on the defense this week to hopefully get the win on what he expects to be a close game. And Coach Yeager for Mountain Brook, he told me the exact opposite. Says that team's strength lies in its defense. He praised their performance last week, and he's calling on the offense to step up and show a little more spirit in what should be a big matchup here tonight. Both coaches agreeing it's going to be a close game and saying the weather is absolutely perfect for some football tonight. Guys.
Thank you so very much, Austin. Remember, Shops of Grand River save even more at Birmingham's only outlet center.
Dr. Pepper.
Weather is nice, but we do have injuries on both sides of the ball, so this is going to be a test of depth, RJ.
Definitely a test. I mean, when you have injuries coming in, this is time you have to be very versatile. Have to see, I mean, it's like a next man up mentality. Who's ever the next man up have to show what they can do, and tonight, a night like this is a night where you can prove what you can do, even though you're the next man up.
And Mountain Brook will kick off. And this squad is known for their special teams. And tonight will be our first of the night, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And there's our kicker, William Russ. And remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union, that's where you belong. We are committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPines.com fcu.org today. And it looks like it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And that is a good kickoff there for William Russ. And now the young signal caller for Oxford, Maddox Mims. He is just a sophomore, but as Coach says, don't let that year of youthfulness fool you. This is a dangerous quarterback.
Very dangerous, and tonight we can see what he can do. Maybe young, but at the same time, he can't make the moment bigger than what it is. Just go out and play football and do what he's been coached to do.
The defense for Mountain Brook only gave up 10 points in a loss to Pell City last year. First play pass, reception made to Andre Ford, and that's enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains rather quickly to start it off.
Way to start the game. Quick slant pass to the receiver. Very great way to start the game. He's very patient, good throw, good catch, and on the very first down.
Gets it out to about the 37-yard line. First down again. This time they're going to hand it off, run into a wall of white shirts, and that's the first carry for Josh Dupree. He's in for Caleb Wynn as the tackle made by Boyd Cooper. He's one of the leading tacklers on the team.
Looks like they tried to run an inside zone. Wasn't really successful there. Got stopped right there short of the line of scrimmage, but see if they can bounce back right here.
2 yards on the gain, second down and 8. They're going to move forward in motion now to the near side. Mims rolling, finds his favorite receiver, Jaylen Taylor. Jaylen Taylor is the touchdown maker with 6 touchdowns on the year. He averages 125 yards in receiving a game. Wow. That's another first down for the Yellow Jackets. That's a Salvatore's first down. Quick one out to Taylor again, and Taylor tries to skirt the sideline but steps out of bounds, but he's moved into Spartan territory.
Went right back to Jaylen Taylor on that second reception. I mean, young man almost got away, but that's the young man you have to watch because he will get away from him in a heartbeat as he just did almost, but was able to, he stepped out of bounds, but you have to make sure you watch him.
Second down now, 6 yards to go. Keeping it on the ground, and they give it to 22, and that's Dupree again. But this time he's met by John Thompson, who brings him down.
Dupree right there, a little inside zone. He's they're doing a great job of running behind their offensive lineman, but sometimes the good defensive lineman picks up on it, and they did their homework. So we're going to see what he can do on this next drive right here.
Now, we'll see Dupree in a number of situations. He can play wide receiver or running back. Now, first third down situation for Oxford. 3rd and 5. Ford going in motion to the far side. They're going to give it to their young gun, and that's the young freshman, Dre Williams. He's able to get another Salvatore's first down.
Dre Williams done a good job of running that ball downhill, follow his blockers, follow his offensive linemen. You see right here, good inside zone. I mean, he's got past first level, got past second level, almost got past that third level, and young man's very quick on his feet.
Just a freshman. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Mims looking to throw, finds a receiver. Another reception by Ford. He breaks a tackle, and he is brought down right at the 22-yard line. Good touchdown-saving tackle by Miller Lee, and another reception by Andre Ford.
The defensive front, they have to do a good job of creating pressure. Can't let him sit back there and have time to throw the ball all day. If you do so, you will see those type of passes all night.
Moving at a quicker pace are the Yellow Jackets. Mims, quick one out to Williams. Williams just trying to hold on to the football. Does a good job there. Eventually brought down by Waltrip. Luke Waltrip, their outside linebacker for the Spartans.
Was very patient. Good pass, good throw, but he couldn't just break away from there. But he was this young man was very patient, and that's what you want to see in a good running back, a good receiver. They're very patient. They know to catch the ball, get upfield, and that's what you want to see all night.
1 yard pass reception there. Williams still in the backfield along with Mims. Mims now rolling to the far side. Ooh, nice throw. Great reception there by Taylor. And Jaylen Taylor showing that he can catch it just like a college kid, the way he just slid out of bounds.
And that was a soft catch he made as well. I mean, he was not playing. He caught the ball, got out of bounds, and he doing this thing, and that's what Jaylen Taylor does. I mean, he just make plays, very explosive, and he does what he does.
3rd down and 4. And we've got movement And this may be the first mistake of the game for Oxford. And they have entered our Window World Red Zone. Enhance your home with Window World of Central Alabama. They redefine durability, performance, and value, setting a new standard in how you live or work in Central Alabama. So now instead of 3rd and short, we're looking at 3rd and long, about 9 yards. They need to get about to the 12-yard line for a first. Mims with time, finds Taylor. Taylor tries to break a tackle, but it was a good open field tackle by Mountain Brook that really saves the day, and that was a good one by Lawson McNight.
So far, we're seeing some very good chemistry with a quarterback in Jaylen Taylor. I mean, this is what you want to see in a good offense, a receiver who trusts their quarterback, but also a quarterback who trusts their receiver. And right now, the chemistry is clicking early in the game.
4th down and short, and decision time coming up for Oxford. And it looks like we've got an official's timeout. I don't know if they've called a timeout for a particular team. And we do have a kicker out there in Eli Pesnell. So now it'll be about a 32-yard field goal for Pesnell. Mims the holder. And this is a sidewinder, and it's no good. Goes wide left, and the defense holds for the Spartans.
Early in the
And we'll take a break. We come back. We'll see if the Spartan offense can get started. No score. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday night rivals, no score as the Oxford defense now will take center stage as their offense drove all the way down inside the red zone but unable to connect on a 32-yard field goal. So now we'll see what the Mountain Brook offense can do here on the road in Oxford. Caden Hoffbauer, their signal caller, and they will see a lot of shifts for this football team. They will shift all over the place. And a quick run. And there's Caden Hoffbaum, the senior signal caller. As coach says that he embraces pressure. And the pressure now is that his running mate, Andrews, is not in the game. He's out with an injury. So a lot of the responsibility of moving this team will go to him. Trying to keep it on the ground, and they do. And now he makes it to the second level, and looks like he has enough for a Salvatore's first down. Good carry by McKnight.
Little stretch zone right there. Got the ball out. Was very patient. And one thing about this offense, they have a lot of blockers. They have a strong offensive lineman, have a lot of blockers in the backfield as well. So they're very patient. Once they hit that, see the hole, they're not going to be afraid to hit it.
Now, you just don't know what they're going to do because that is an interesting alignment there. That's something you do off your video game. And here comes the shift again. Now McKnight will go into the backfield. They'll give it to McKnight. Breaks the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a big tush push there to get him about 7 or 8 yards. Lawson McKnight coming into the game, he only had 10 carries for 57 yards. Now he gets a lot more there tonight. And let's take a look at the Mountain Brook offense, brought to you by People's Bank of Alabama. And Sam Smith, one of their wide receivers, but the key is it's going to be that quarterback running back situation.
Yeah, that duo is going to be special all night, but they also have some big offensive linemen.
Second and short now for the Spartans. Give again to McKnight, and McKnight is met at the line of scrimmage by Aiden Noyola, and he smacks him down. And let's take a look at the People's Bank of Alabama Oxford defense, and Noyola, one of those key linebackers.
Yeah, as you can see, he was all over that tackle, but they also have number 10, Keenan Britt. They have number 6, Marcus Lawler, and they also have a guy named Christian McNeil who sit there right at cornerback, number 25.
3rd down and 2. And you'll see an interesting setup here. They go with a 3-3-5, 5 defensive backs in the backfield. Keeping it is Hoffbauer. And wow, second effort gets him close to the first down marker. But we do have a flag all the way back at the 39-yard line. Ooh, it's a hold. That'll move him back.
And games like this have to be very disciplined. Can't afford to have those type of penalties, careless plays like that. You just have to be very focused and locked in.
Now, when you played, and I know you played defensive lineman, do you tell the official initially as soon as they start holding you, hey, he's holding me? Or can you make a movement with your body to really display that the guy's holding you?
You definitely can make a move to sell it, but when I was playing out, I was let the official know, hey, this guy's holding me, so next time on the next play or how many other plays after that, the official could be aware and have his eyes on me, but the whole play as well.
And Sam Adams has done a great job since he came over here from Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa. Last year, 13-1, made it to the state semifinals. Hoffbauer on the run, trying to string it out, a flag, and he keeps his feet. Wow, what a great move there by the quarterback. But a flag, this may all be coming back. And for 20 years, Chris Yeager has been marching the sidelines for Mountain Brook. And not only been a great coach for Mountain Brook, but he's been a great coach for the area coaches of the Birmingham area and for the state.
Yeah, when you look at a coach like this, he has a lot of experience, been there for a long time, so he understands the tradition of winning football. And we have a coach like that. It gives the other coaches something to look up to, a model to like trying to be like, not be like, but imitate. And one thing about this coach, he's been very successful here, and he just keeps walking the sidelines until he's able to, he wants to one day retire and give it up.
Well, right now, he feels like he's got a lot of coaching left in him, and now he gets a first down moving into Oxford territory. Another Salvatore's first down off of the penalty. McKnight on the run, and he gets flipped up in the air. He goes airborne as Marcus Lawler flips him.
He definitely flipped him. Take a look at this play right here on the outside zone. He hit the hole. He got past his defensive lineman, but right now he got nailed right there. But one thing about it, he hopped back up, and that's what you want to see from a physical running back. They hop back up after a good hit.
And here comes McKnight again. And once again, Lawler is right there to help bring him down along with Kamari English.
McKnight right now is being very physical. He having that dog mentality. He's not afraid of any contact. And right now he's just playing physical football. That's what you want to see in a great running back, running downhill.
3rd down and 2 now for the Spartans. Offense was really something that they couldn't get going against Pell City. Lost a close one, 10-3. Coach is saying they got to execute a little bit better in order to try to get some points on the board. Now here comes the shift with Hunter at tight end and McKnight at running back. McKnight on the carry, and he's met immediately and brought down Keenan Britt, one of the leading tacklers on the team with 29 tackles coming into tonight, making the play.
Keenan Britt was all over that. He read it. hit the hole. He came downhill. And this young man right here, he's nothing to play with. I mean, he's electric, as you can see right here. He's very patient. He saw what was coming, and he shot the gap, and he was all over that play right there.
4th down and 2. Another shift, and now they're going to bring in their special teams. Rare that you see that, a wholesale change. And looks like we have a timeout call. And it's a timeout call by Mountain Brook. Looked like they wanted to see if they could get somebody to jump off sides, but they could not get that done. So this is a Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember, have you ever been in a situation where you had to recognize an overdose? An overdose can happen anywhere at any time. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download OPI Rescue AL on your Apple device or on your other smart device. Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. The Oxford Marching Band, they were practicing even before the game. And they were really going through the motions. They do a pregame, halftime. I mean, they're pretty busy. Friday night football here in Oxford, Alabama. 4th down. Now it looks like a standard punting situation for Mountain Brook. And they're going to try to kick it inside the 10. They do. And they'll get it at least inside the 20. And that's where Oxford will take over. When we come back, we'll see if the Yellow Jackets offense can connect and finish the job. They drove up but couldn't get points last time. Let's see what happens next. Stay tuned. Both teams have been able to move the ball, but unsuccessful in actually scoring tonight, RJ, in their first drive.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been they're moving the ball well, but these defenses are right now, they're stepping up, and they're showing what they can do defensively. And so far, both teams have been denied anything that come towards them. In a game like this, that's what you want to have. You want to have a good defensive effort and good defensive game plan.
So now 1st and 10 from their own 15. Keeping it on the ground is Dupree, and Dupree is met immediately and may have been tackled for a loss. Miller Lee and company right there to stop him.
Miller Lee was all over that. Met him right there briefly at the line of scrimmage. He read it, made a good game tackle, and he wrapped him up, and that's what you want to see in a great defensive player.
One yard loss, 2nd down and 11. Mims, flare pass out to Dupree. Dupree gets all of the negative yards back plus some, gets it out to about the 20-yard line. He's brought down by Hosford Roberts.
Was very patient. Looked like he wanted to go downfield with the deep ball, but he was able to hit the check down, and that's what you want to see. I mean, sometimes you can't go downfield as soon as you want to, but you have to be smart and take the check down, just live for another down, and he was very smart to do that on that last play.
3rd down and 5 now for the Yellow Jackets. Mims, quick pass, able to find his big tight end in Bo Mims. And that's his third reception of the year, and we got a player down for Mountain Brook. Hopefully he can get up. He's got his helmet off. He's in pain. And that's Graham Smith.
But yeah, James, right here on this last play, this quarterback Sims, right, you can tell right here, he zipped that ball between two defenders. He got it right there just in time. I believe he would have got it right there just in time. A defender could have possibly tipped that ball, or it could have been an interception, but he was able to get that ball right into the hole at the perfect time.
And Bo Mims is a big target. If you can zip it in there, it looks like he can catch it. And looks like the player has made it off the field successfully, and now we're going to get back to action. Salvatore's first down. Here comes Mims again. Plenty of time. He's going to throw it deep. Has a receiver. Catch is made by Jaylen Taylor. Taylor trying to make a move. He gets inside the 20, and he's brought down at about the 14-yard line. Another huge play for the Yellow Jackets.
What an explosive play right there. I mean, play action pass was very patient. He then went deep to Jaylen Taylor, and as again, you have to identify him in a play like that. That was one of the keys to the game. As you can see right here, offensive line, great protection. He read it, was very patient, throwed it across the field, and my man just went and got it, and he tried to juke the defender right there, and he was able to just get another first down and an explosive play. You have to keep your eyes on him at all times.
Now we're back in the Window World red zone. Mims is going to keep it. Oh, he met some contact right when he crossed the line of scrimmage. He's able to get maybe 1, possibly 2 yards on that run.
After a big play like that, you have to be able to capitalize and build momentum off those type plays. And right there on that play, he didn't get many yards on that, but he didn't get any negative yards, but he only was able to gain 1 yard. But on big plays, you have to make sure you can capitalize on every play like that.
2nd down and 9. Keeping it on the ground is Dre Williams, and there's a fumble on the play. Mountain Brook is saying that they have the ball. But let's see what the official call will be. No, they say that it'll be Oxford football. And the young freshman, Dre Williams, I think he may have got hit a little hard on that one, and he had to give that ball up.
Yeah, he felt some thump right there on that one.
There you go. 3rd down. Dupree in at running back. Mims now checking back with his coach to get the new play that they want to run. Here we go. Mims getting some pressure on the backside. He's going to keep it. And going to try to dive into the end zone. Does he make it? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Wow, what a run.
Man, Mims was very patient, took the ball. He had a quarterback keeper, ran to the outside, was very patient, and then he immediately dived into the end zone. That's what you want to see from an explosive playmaker like that.
And that is the city of Bessemer touchdown. See why we call it the Marvel City, with growing jobs, affordable housing, and strong schools. Bessemer, Alabama, opportunity lives here. And now for the point after attempt, Mims has to quickly go down because he's also the holder. Here comes the kick. Kick is up. And it is good with 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. This young sophomore signal caller had to take it on himself. Yeah, there you go. Jump up in the air.
What a celebration.
And he runs it in for the opening score of tonight's game.
Yeah, I mean, he was very patient. He took what was given to him, and he was just all over that play. I mean, was very aggressive. You see right here. He was very patient, running behind his big offensive lineman, looking downfield. Right here was very explosive, and then he just runs to the outside, and then he eventually, right here, just dives into the end zone and was able to get another touchdown for the young quarterback.
And we do have a player that's still down on the field after the extra point, and that's Javin Nix, number 80. Good job by the young signal caller, Maddox Mims, as he goes underneath the tent. And that tent's not for privacy. That's for them to use that technology Everybody's got a big screen TV on the sideline as Javin Nix is able to walk off on his own. That's good to see. Everybody has these tent suites. That's the best thing I can say. And Coach Adams is not afraid to use technology to help his team win a game.
Well, this technology has been very big when it comes to high school football. I think it's been a great adjustment, and I think that all high school teams should continue to use it, especially the successful programs, if you want to make quick adjustments on the sideline after every possession.
Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And the homestanding Yellow Jackets fans feel a little bit better. They were a little apprehensive there after missing that 32-yard field goal, but now they're ready to roll. And this is Felipe Jejon who will handle the kick. Mountain Brook ready to receive. This is a sky kick, short, taken at about the 24-yard line. And the return is out to the 35. And that's where the Spartans will take over. And that drive, this was that huge play, RJ, that set it up.
Yeah, I mean, he was very patient. He was very patient. He had enough time. The offensive lineman gave great protection, was able to get positive yards right there, and that's what you want to see out of a good quarterback and a good running back. Right here, looks to downfield, looks to the left, will take off running downfield. Then he eventually dives into the end zone, and that he was very patient. Might be a young quarterback, but he's not going to show it playing tonight.
Throwing it in the air, and they were successful on that reception. Trey Vinson right there to get them into Yellow Jacket territory. The first pass of the night for Mountain Brook, and they're able to get a first down and more. Another Salvatore's first down. Remember, they have multiple locations. You mentioned Friday Night Rivals. You get 10% off of your order.
Trey Vincent was very explosive on that, was very patient, was able to get downfield and get some positive yards.
Right outside the 35-yard line. They're going to keep it on the ground now, and that's Hoffbauer on the run, and he's able to get close to another first down marker.
Like a little RPO action right there. He read the defensive end, seen the defensive end, baited on it. He began to take off, got a few positive yards, but one thing about a quarterback like that, you have to be very smart in the RPO. Make sure you make sure you have the great read at all times.
And when you say a great read, what is he trying to read? That defensive lineman or the linebacker? And this should end the first quarter. And it's Oxford that's been doing it consistently offensively, and it came through on this play.
Yeah, if you're going to be successful, one key to the night for Oxford, have to be very successful, and you got to be consistent. I mean, they showed it on that first drive. They wasn't able to score.
We come back, we'll see if Mountain Brook can do the same. Stay tuned. The Spartans trying to work themselves out of a 7-0 deficit, but they are on the drive. James Red along with R.J. Burns and Austin Pratt roaming the sidelines. This game started off with both teams moving the ball positively, but when it got close to the red zone, that's when things started to break down.
Yeah, and in the red zone, you have to be able to finish. I mean, once you get to the red zone towards the end zone, you have to make good offensive plays. You have to be very smart on defense. And when you get in the red zone, the most important thing is finishing. So you want to make sure both teams have to do a great job of finishing once they reach the red zone area.
All right, starting the second quarter, Spartans trail by 7. Second and short. Give to McNight, and McNight has a huge hole inside the 10, and he jumps over a defender, and that may be a flag coming back. Wow, what a leap. He jumps over Kamari English, and that may be a penalty right there.
Yeah, I mean, on a play like that, he came flying out of the backfield, but at the same time, he had to be very smart. I think they're going to get him for leaping over that defender, but at the same time, man, he was not afraid to hit that hole. He came crashing downhill on that offensive play right there. You see right here, he went down here, followed his blocker, number 81, right here, tried to jump, leap over the defender, came down pretty hard, but I don't think they're not going to allow that. You have to be very smart. I mean, but at the same time, he was not afraid. He's very physical, and he likes contact.
And that was just a blow to the head. Let's see. The official call is hurdling. And that's illegal in high school football. So he was able to get the first. I think Coach Adams was like, wow, you get a penalty for doing that?
Well,
okay.
I think the coach was even surprised. I mean, wow, you see right here, he got up off the ground, James. He wanted to show a little bunnies probably, but can't do that in high school football.
No, not legal in high school. Now 1st and 10, right outside of the 20-yard line. Keeping it on the ground is Lawson McNight. And now he's back into the Window World red zone. And Yaez Fleming was the young man who brought him down.
Gave it to him on the outside zone. McNight, one thing about him, he's not afraid and he's not scared. He's going to be that type of player that you want to see all night. But at the same time, he's going to let you know he's bringing that thump. And so far, he's been making some great plays and being very patient and running his feet as a great running back.
3 wide receivers on the far side. Give again. Oh, Hoffbaum fakes it, throws. Reception made just short of the end zone is Bennett Jordan with just his 2nd reception of the year.
Yeah, I mean, he rolled out and he was very patient. Might have been his 2nd reception of the year, but it was a big reception of the year. I mean, he was very patient right here, faked the handoff, rolled out, was very smart, rolled out to his right, and he eventually found his tight end right there. He's able to catch it right there in the tight window.
First and goal. McKnight. Oh, McKnight gets close, but he doesn't get in. That push from the Oxford defense stood strong, makes it 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they're very smart right there. I mean, they're putting everybody on the line of scrimmage, being very smart. On a drive like this, you have to be very smart and make sure your offensive lineman stays low. And defensive linemen, they want to stay low too, but they want to get that push and make sure that the running back don't get in. And right there, he was denied, which is a great play.
2nd down and goal. Looks like a direct snap to McKnight. It is. And McKnight is into the end zone for the touchdown. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And the first of the night for the Spartans. The direct snap worked.
Yeah, they snapped it directly to him. As you can see right here, he might have been denied all night, but on this play right here, he was not denied. He climbed his way into the end zone, just bulldozed over people, and that offensive lineman did a great job of staying physical and having a one-on-one blocks with the defensive lineman.
Last year, it was a 1-point game in favor of Oxford. Anderson Roberts on to kick. McKnight with the hole. Kick is up, and it is good. And we've got a whole new ball game going, and Mountain Brook shows and proves that they can run the football with the best of them off of McKnight's legs. Stay tuned. What a gorgeous night for football here. Drummond Company Friday night rivals all tied up at 7 apiece. Both teams struggled in their first drive, but the second drive, they were very efficient, able to connect and score.
And that's going to be the key to the game tonight. I mean, if you want to be victorious, you can't be denied. You have to make smart plays and play smart football. But at the same time, you just can't give up. And on that last drive right there, McNight was just he couldn't be denied. He was going to do everything he could to get his team to get on the boards, and he did exactly that.
And now another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. William Russ handling the kick. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. And it started off with the passing game of Mountain Brook setting up their running game.
Yeah, right. When you see right here, it was very patient. Took what was given to him right there, but as you can see, they came right back here on the direct snap. They had all those positive yards, but this drive right here just set them up, and they have to keep building momentum off of these positive plays if they want to be victorious on the night tonight.
So from the 20, Yellow Jackets take over. Caleb Jenkins in, the senior quarterback, in for Mims. Jenkins going to keep it, and he's going to run and just basically run over a defender, just bowling over Alex Long. And that's enough for a first down, another salvo to his first down, and they'll move the chains.
Caleb Jenkins right there on the quarterback keeper just basically took it right up the middle, and he got positive yards, got a first down. That's what you want to see right now. That was a very physical drive right there. I mean, he just got what he got.
Now the ball at the 31-yard line, 11-yard run on that play, and now Dupree can't go anywhere fast because the white shirts of Mountain Brook were right there to say hello to him, and that's Skip Sturman, who led the way, number 29.
They were all over him like a swarm defense, and they definitely swarmed him on that play. 29 got to the ball, and as you can see, all the white jerseys came up and just helped him take him down to the ground, and all hats got to the ball.
And that's a 1-yard loss, second down and 11. Jenkins with the pass, able to find Taylor. Taylor trying to juke his way close to the 40-yard line is 1 yard short, and it'll make it third down and about 2.
On the play action right there, he knew where he wanted to go. I mean, he read the defense, gave it to him, and threw a good catch, good throw, and was able to get enough positive yards for 3rd and 2 right here.
Good drive so far for Caleb Jenkins. Going to give it again to Dupree. Dupree may be a yard short. It'll be decision time now for Oxford. And let's see what they want to do. Looks like they're bringing in the punt team. And it looks like it's going to be a punting situation. Once again, the defense for Mountain Brook holds Marcus Lawler to punt. Dupree and others coming in. High snap, and he's able to get it off. Great punt by Lawler, able to recover from that snap. When we come back, we'll see if Mountain Brook can break this 7-all tie. You're watching Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals. Stay tuned. All tied up at 7, this key region game for Region 6, Class 6A. For Mountain Brook, it may be more paramount. They're looking for their first win in region play. And for Oxford, they're trying to keep pace with the other teams that are undefeated so far this season in the region. First down and 10 now for the Spartans. Hoffbauer trying to find some room on the outside, and he does. And he scats his way over close to a first down. Caden did a good job of being patient on that play.
Was very patient. I mean, he initially wanted to go on the inside, but he's seeing the inside closed up, so he bounced it out. I mean, he was able to bounce out and get some positive yards right here. Very patient. Oh, bounced out. He's going to get what the defense give him. He's going to continue to get 10 to 11 yards, and right there, very smart play for a quarterback.
Second down and 1 yard to go now. Interesting alignment there. Giving it to McNight. Trying to find a hole. He does. Lands on top of his own teammate. But it looks like he has enough for a first down. And he does. And it's another Salvatore's first down. And they will move the chains. And remember, Salvatore's has 4 locations. Hoover, downtown 280, and their new spot in Chelsea. Come try their authentic New York-style pizza today. Mention Friday Night Rivals and get 10% off your order. Hoffbauer going to throw it, and it is incomplete, a little low, intended for Trey Vincent. And there's a flag, and looks like it may be roughing the passer as Hoffbauer goes down.
Yeah, he came in there. I mean, he came in there pretty big right there, but you have to be very smart. I know on plays like that, momentum is very high, but he wanted to drop back. He just hit him right there late, and you have to be very smart on that type of play. Can't have those type of plays in a big game like this, especially in a region game.
And that's definitely not what you want to do. And that was Jackson Newton who came in and made that play defensively. But that gives Coach Yeager and his Spartans a first down and then moves them into Oxford territory. Another Salvatore's first down. Hoffbauer trying to stay behind his blockers. And this time he doesn't go anywhere fast. Yaez Fleming, among others, right there to meet him with those black jerseys.
Yeah, Flemings was all over that. Read it, patient, and he did a good job of outside containment, too. He didn't let the quarterback get upfield, so he did a very great job of making sure he didn't cut upfield.
Loss of 2, second down and 12 as we see Coach Adams trying to talk with the officials. Hunter now moves. Good shift there. And Hoffbauer trying to go long. He passes. Reception made. Get all of the negative yards back plus some, and that's John Colvin with his first reception of the night.
John Colvin was very patient. He took he saw the quarterback wanted to get to him, was very patient, sat down, waited on the ball, nice clean pocket, and a nice great pass, and a nice great catch right here.
And Colvin right there bringing it in with his hands. And Aiden Noyola able to make the tackle. Now third down and short, once again for Mountain Brook. McNight on the carry. Oh, this time McNight is met immediately. Kellyon Malone and others right there to make the tackle. Big number 31. He leads the team with 3 sacks along with Josh Stack.
See right there, he was very big and explosive. I mean, you knew what he was trying to do. He read it, was very patient. He said, no, you'll be denied right here. And that's exactly what he did. And the rest of the Oxford Yellow Jackets were all over him at that play right there. You can see right there, celebrating, happy, feeling himself. But you got to get back lined up, young fella.
So 4th and 2. Decision time for Mountain Brook. And looks like we got a timeout. Timeout is called by Mountain Brook. Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember, overdoses can happen at any time and anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OpB Rescue AL app, Jefferson County Department of Health. So, RJ, I think it's time now for our ACT equipment coach call. What do you think they need to do right now?
Well, right now you only need 2 yards, but you have to be very smart. I mean, you could kick it, you could kick a punt, but I would just say maybe get in a quarterback sneak, try to draw a hard count, and try to get up the field for 2 positive yards and get a first down right here.
ACT Equipment has a full line of retail and service locations of Husqvarna handheld mowers and products. They have TYM, Branson subcompacts through 130 horsepower tractors, Gatorade trailers, and multiple equipment and implement companies. They also trade and sell used lawn equipment, tractors, and compact construction equipment. ACT Equipment, and this is a coach's call, so we're going to see what happens. Now, what you say they're going to do?
They need to try to run it for 2 yards.
Run it for 2 yards. All right, let's see if the student body left or student body right can work for Mountain Brook. Here we go, 4th and 2. They're giving the appearance that they're going to go for it. Expect all kind of shifts.
Yes. Hard counts as well.
So now Coach Adams had a question, and now they're trying to give him an explanation. Now, he also may be trying to give his defense a little rest, too.
He could be, because he probably know you got to be very patient, very smart right here. So, could be being smart right here, but also maybe have an important question.
All right, looks like we're going to be ready to go. They need to get the ball to the 34-yard line. And whatever happened, the ball didn't move. Personnel is still on the field. So, like I said, I think this is just some chess action going on between the two. Here we go, 4th down. Hoffbauer's going to keep it, and he gets enough for the first down. Great move, good push by that offensive front.
On a play like that, you have to make sure you get pushed. Offensive linemen were very physical, and they were ready for it. Defensive linemen were ready for it too, but direct snap right here, took it left outside zone, and he was able to get 2 yards for the first down.
That's all he needed was 2. So you said it.
Yeah.
Your coach call work there, RJ. I think you got some coaching in you. First down, Hoffbauer now looking to throw. Can't find anybody. Flag is thrown, incomplete. But we may have a hold in the backfield. There we go. It's a hold. And I don't have any referee in my blood. It's just I've been watching these games for so long.
You can assume what it might be.
There you go. When that flag goes down there, yeah. So now instead of 2nd and short, we're looking at 1st down and about 20. 3 wide receivers now on the far side. Tight end, Wallace Hunter in the backfield. There he goes. He's sliding across. Going to give it to McNight. Wow, what a hole. Here comes McNight. Lawson McNight all the way in. 10-5 touchdown. Spartans. They turn a negative into a positive. Another City of Bessemer touchdown for Mountain Brook.
Wow, McNight was very explosive right there in the inside zone. Took what was given to him. And one thing I like about this running back and quarterback, they're running very physical behind this offensive lineman. You see right here, so they didn't have right there. He bounced it right there to the left. Once he got past that 1st, 2nd level, and that 3rd level, he was off into the races for a very explosive run.
Do you think that swim move by Keenan Britt at that linebacker position did him in when he picked the side?
Yeah, he definitely did. I think he read that, and once he read it, he was able to bounce off and make an explosive run.
Point after attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. Good kick there by Anderson Roberts. And just like that, a 7-point lead, a 14-point turnaround now for Mountain Brook. They were trailing 7-0. Now they've scored 14 unanswered, and here's Lawson McKnight. They're working on that shoulder a little bit, and I think he's a little fatigued also.
Yeah, he's very fatigued. You can see him right there laying back. But, I mean, I think we'll be fatigued, too, if we running the ball that hard and scoring touchdowns like this young man is.
And you said the key word, young man. That's why there's no senior division for tackle football. Let's take another look at it.
Yeah, I mean, right here, bounced off to the inside zone. He was running. Once he got past that first, second level, off to the races, very explosive. One thing I can say about him, he runs hard, he runs physical, but he also runs smart.
Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And Taylor back deep for Oxford, along with Kamari English. Here's our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, and they're going to kick it away and out of bounds. Will be pretty good field position now for the Yellow Jackets. And now the question is, who's going to be a quarterback for Oxford? Now they're going back to the young gun, the sophomore Maddox Mims. His older brother, Mason, is at the University of Louisville now.
Wow.
As a freshman quarterback. And a tackle for a loss. And here's the touchdown. Look at the Fortis Institute scoring play. 7 plays, 70 yards. And McKnight, 43-yard touchdown run. And remember, Fortis Institute, your place for higher learning. So now a 2-yard loss, 2nd down and 12. Mims getting chased, and he's going to throw it away. Now this young man feeling the heat a little bit coming from this Spartan defense.
Well, James, I think that was very important right here. I mean, he felt the pressure. He couldn't do nothing. Rolled outside the pocket, rolled back to the other side of the pocket. It was very important that he just threw the ball away right there. He knew nothing was right there, so had just throw the ball away and live for another down right there.
Running out of downs so far in this drive, 3rd and 12. Sophomore Maddox Mims trying to orchestrate this offense down the field. Mims, the pocket collapses and he throws it away. Closest person was Taylor, but the defensive front for Mountain Brook stepped up big.
Mountain Brook right now is applying all type of pressure. I mean, they're feeling the momentum, they're feeling themselves, and Sims, he's going to have to know what to do in these very big time moments like that. I mean, right now he's showing his age, but he have to calm down and get back to playing winning football and what he does and be patient.
Colvin back deep for Mountain Brook as Oxford is getting ready to punt. Better snap now for Lawler, and he boots this one. And fair catch inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. That's where Mountain Brook will take over. And Caden Hoffbauer's done a great job of guiding this team. Remember, at halftime, we'll have the Avadian Credit Union halftime. We'll have interviews, highlights, and even possibly some highlights from around the country. Make sure you stay tuned for the Avadian Credit Union halftime in just about 3 minutes away in game time. Keeping it on the ground is McKnight. Lawson McKnight. There's a flag and trying to bring him down, and finally able to do it was Oxford.
McNight, I mean, young man, he's being very, very explosive right now. He's taking what the defense is giving to him, and he's not afraid to be physical and running downhill. But we want to see what this flag is, because in a big game like that, you don't want to have those type of negative plays and have to go back for negative yards.
And remember, at the end of the game, we'll have our Drummond Company player of the game. And Drummond Company always shows appreciation for an outstanding teacher. You go to abc3340.com/Drummond Cares and nominate your favorite educator for the Drummond Company Heart of Education Award. And that'll be at the end of the game, the Drummond Company player of the game. And here's once again that unique alignment, so you don't know what exactly they're going to do as far as their offensive formation, and they just sprint out and go to it. 1st and 20 now after the penalty. Keeping it is Hofbauer. He has some room to run, and he's off to the races, and he cuts back, and he gets the negative yards back. He gets bumped out of bounds, but now it's a manageable 2nd down.
Yeah, what a positive run right here by the quarterback on a nice quarterback keeper. Faked it to McNight. He's hit the hole right there. He's seen what he had, tried to get away, and was very positive. And right here, these between the quarterback and McNight, they're being very explosive, so you never know what you're going to get out either one of them. So you have to keep your eyes on them, both of them, especially when they come out these formations that they present each and every possession.
And McNight once again brought down. And remember, after the game, which is now our new fan favorite, the school bus stop of the game. That'll be a good defensive stop. And remember, always stop for a school bus when that stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. And that'll be our. So far, neither team, outside of the first drive, nobody's been able to stop each other's offense. 3rd down, McNight, and he breaks a tackle, skirts the sideline, stays on his feet, gets knocked sideways, but not before he's able to get a 1st down. And a little bit more, another Salvatore's 1st down.
One thing I like about McNight, he's very, once he don't see nothing in the outside and the inside, he's going to bounce that thing to the outside right here. Very patient. Bounced to the outside, got a little of that sideline. He was trimming that sideline over there, was able to get some positive yards. And you have to be able to have good eyes and great feet to be a great running back. You use the inside close, have to be able to bounce to the outside, and that's what he did.
And it appears to be another holding call against Mountain Brook. This may be the 3rd or 4th one. And McKnight just over there trying to get some rest.
Yeah, he's pretty gassed right there.
And it was a personal foul, not a hold. So the 1st down stands, but they do move him back into Spartan territory. And Coach Yeager not necessarily happy for that. So now the ball at the 44-yard line of Mountain Brook. Fumble on the play. Hofbauer will fall on top of it. And now another play that goes for a loss.
Looked like there was some confusion right there. Didn't know. It looked like the quarterback didn't look like he was ready, or either center snapped it too soon. But you have to be very aware on those plays like that. You can't afford to have plays like that, especially after just lost yards on a negative drive.
Now loss of 4, and timeout has been called by Mountain Brook. Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. So right now, if you're Mountain Brook, do you abandon the run right now and try to pass it, or do you double down and see if your offensive line can make another big hole so you can get some yards?
I think you double down, but also it goes to say, they're not stopping you running the ball. So, if they're not stopping you, you have to keep doing it. But at the same time, you want to be able to be flexible. So you want to have a run game and a pass game. But right now, the running game is working for them, so they can continue to run the ball. The offensive linemen just have to continue to be physical up front and open holes for the running backs and quarterbacks.
And so far, they have been able to open those holes. And really ignite their offense. They're trying to make sure they get the right play in. 1:45 left. Mountain Brook has really been able to ignite their rushing attack. They've scored more points tonight than they've had in the last few games. So now we'll see exactly what Caden and company can do.
Go to formation.
And once again, that chorus line look. And now everybody sprints out to their location. Got to hurry up. They're running out of time. And does he call a timeout? Delay a game, pushes them back 5.
It looks like they just continue to get negative yards right there on that last delay of game. You have to be aware, have to be very smart. I mean, with the time clock, you just can't. Once you got the formation, everybody has to get to their position to get lined up.
So point of reference for our fans at home, the play clock is not working, so they have to do it on the field.
Okay.
Second down and long. They're going to give it to McNight. McNight hits the line of scrimmage and not much more. May have gained about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, they were all over McNight right there on the inside zone.
So now another timeout. And this is our Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. There you go, smile. You know what? This is, I think, the first time this season that we've shown the young guys.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, let's take a look at that. Remember, Children's of Alabama, all for your one. And they'll go to young guys. Yeah. Guys say, wait a minute. The girls get all the smile cam. Why we can't get it?
Yeah, they said, let's step up. Let's show we can do.
As soon as I said that, there we go. Back to the ladies.
They might have heard you.
Yes, back to the ladies. And look at the little one. She's like, Mom, I am on smile cam. Yes. There we go. I'm smiling. That's a young Yellow Jacket fan right there. And she'll get some text messages and calls like, we saw you. We saw you. And she's going to say, Our Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. Third down and 17. Off ball with time. He's going to throw it. And, wow, it should have been intercepted, but a collision between the two defenders. That was Jalen Robinson and Marcus Lawler, and they are both down. Robinson is up, but Lawler is still down. And that's a double, triple whammy. He's also the punter.
Man, you hate to see that play right there. It was very smart, but it wasn't smart for them running into each other. But they was very smart. They read the play, but a collision right there you just don't want to see.
Well, Robinson's helmet hits the chin of Lawler.
Yeah,
and that's what made him go down. And you see how he went down.
Yeah, his head hit the turf really hard.
Yes. And, you know, as they say, there's a sweet spot on your chin.
It is.
You know, you guys don't know about that. Y'all let MMA stuff. But this is like a boxer hitting the guy right on the sweet spot. Boom. And he just went down. And I've seen it. Thank goodness I haven't experienced it, but I've seen somebody, and it looked like it wasn't a hard hit, and they just get hit, and they just boom. You know, there's a sweet spot on your chin that if somebody touches it, it just boom, it just knocks you out. But good for Lawler. He gets up on his own power.
Yeah, was able to walk back to the sideline too. That's really good, really good.
So 4th and 17, punting situation. Taylor back deep for Oxford. And it's a short punt, but it will take a Spartan bounce and go out of bounds. And they'll call it at the 35-yard line. And that's where the young gun, Maddox Mims, will take over and see if he can get this game at least to a tie before we get to halftime. Mims did take a series off as Caleb Jenkins came in. And remember, at halftime, we'll have the Avadian Credit Union halftime. We'll have some interviews. We'll also have highlights and possibly some highlights from around the country. Here we go. Yellow Jackets trying to see what they can do offensively. Trying to throw it. Reception made by Taylor. Taylor trying to fight for every yard. Goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
Taylor looked the ball in. He caught it, was able to stay in bounds, and eventually was brought out. But this young man has been very patient tonight. I mean, it hasn't went to him every time, but when he gets the ball, he's very positive, and he has a great reception on each catch he has made tonight. See Sims right there rolling out. Sees his receiver.
Second and short. Mims once again, bubble screen. Here comes Taylor trying to use that speed. He keeps his feet. He breaks one tackle and another, and he's off to the races. One man to beat, 5. Touchdown, Jaylen Taylor. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. What a play for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, as a point I just referenced, every time he catches the ball, he's very positive. He's going to make plays. I mean, this young man's very explosive. Have to have your eyes on him. I mean, every time he catches the ball, he's making an explosive play. And play like that, it just can't be denied. It can't be stopped.
Another City of Bessemer touchdown. See why we call it the Marvel City, with growing jobs, affordable housing, and strong schools. Bessemer, Alabama. Opportunity lives here. Another point after attempt now. Kick is up, and it is good. 1 minute left to play, and we've got a whole new ball game. Back and forth they go, and we're all tied up at 14 apiece. I don't know if that was the victory volleyball or what, but that one just went short, and they got somebody trying to do an air horn through a megaphone.
Yeah.
That's, oh, man.
They still trying to play
there we
volleyball.
Go. There they are. They serving it up, serve up the Spartans. I get it now. Oh, special T-shirts. Very nice, Oxford.
Very creative there.
Yeah, serve them up. Okay. Now for Coach Yeager and the Spartans, they've got 1 minute to see if they can quickly get down the field, or are they going to just play it safe and go into the locker room with a tie score. Got 1 minute. And Felipe Gijon will handle the kicking duties. And this is another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And he boots this one, and it's returnable from the 5-yard line. Got some room to run, and they get it out to about the 30. Good return by Mountain Brook. That was Sam Smith on the return.
Yeah, way to get down there and cover. They all stay at their kicking lanes. He got some yards, but at the same time, they were able to cover right there.
And our Fortis Institute scoring drive, 2 plays, 65 yards, capped off by Jaylen Taylor's 56-yard touchdown reception. And remember, Fortis, your life powered by learning. Very nice run after the catch.
Yeah, I mean, it was very explosive, too. He knew what he had to do. He saw the sideline, but he also saw a lot of green grass, open space. And once he saw that, he just took off.
And we do have a player down for Mountain Brook. Looks like they're working on that leg. And it looks like he already had it taped. So they're going to cut the tape off. There we go. And with 54 seconds left, this offense is going to see if they can work down the field. And we'll see exactly what's going on with this young man. So with 54 seconds left, if you look at Mountain Brook's offense, do they continue to use that strong running game, or are they going to try to set up something through the pass?
I think right here you try to set up something in the pass and be very explosive.
Let's take a look at the 6A Region 6 standings. Clay Chalkfield has been on fire. They've really just mauled their way through their schedule. You see Oxford right there, also undefeated in region play. They had some tough non-region games. Pale City, they're one of the surprise teams at 2-1. Pinson Valley right there at 1-1. And for Mountain Brook, they're trying to stay out of the cellar with Shades Valley and Huffman. So tonight is a key game for them.
Yeah, it has to be. You look at the standings right here. Mountain Brook, if they can win tonight, maybe they can probably stay in that positive column overall. But you have to win games like this as well. And Clay Chalkfield, I mean, they're playing some good football, 4-0 overall, 2-0 in the region. So you have to just stay focused on the little things, do what you can control, what you can control if you're Mountain Brook tonight.
And for both teams, their schedules. For Mountain Brook, they have to go to Homewood, which is a crucial game. Clay Chalkville, Pinson Valley, Huffman, and they finish with Shade Valley. So this is a key game for them. And as you take a look at Oxford, Helena, then they have the gauntlet. Pale City, Clay Chalkville, Huffman, and they finish out of region play with Florence. And they'll get a week off that final week of the season. But you see how they started the year. Close one against Central Carrollton out of Carrollton, Georgia. Moody, which has a huge team. They were state finalists in Class 5A. They lost to them. That was more of a revenge game. And then Shades Valley, they were able to get the party started, get their offense going. And Pinson Valley, that was a real tight game there. So you see the remaining part of their schedule all on the road in region games in that month of October at Pell City, Clay Chalkville, and Huffman.
Yeah, James, look at that. You said it's a very tough gauntlet. If you want to have a good standing in the region, you have to make sure you can handle your business in all those last games.
Give to McNight. Less than a minute to play. And he goes down. And that was Terrion Russell able to make the tackle. Big nose guard. They run that 3-3-5. 5 defensive backs. And timeout is called now by Oxford. They're hoping they can get some quick stops. Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout.
Yeah, big keys right there. You have to get some big key stops right here. You don't want to send Mountain Brook in and they score, they have the momentum. You want to make sure you can be smart and play good football. You don't want to have any type of penalties, no flags, but also you want to contain the quarterback and the running back in a good drive like this with 39 seconds left.
So if you're Oxford's defense, you don't want to play prevent, but you don't want to be overly aggressive and leave somebody hanging out there without somebody to cover.
Yeah, you don't want to give up too many yards, but at the same time, you have to be careful because, they can throw the ball downfield. They haven't showed it. They haven't done it a lot, but at the same time, you want to be smart and just control what you can control and play very physical football right here.
All right, 42 seconds left. All tied up at 14 apiece after both teams did not have very impressive opening drives that did not finish in points. Since then, they've been able to do a lot of good things offensively. McKnight on the carry, breaks a tackle, but then Russell is right there to bring him down. Another timeout call.
McNight right there on the stretch zone. He was able to get some great yards, be very positive. He's being very patient, too. That's what I like about him. Very patient running back.
Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember to go and download the app, OPI Rescue AL. OPI Rescue AL. Help you understand the signs of an overdose and learn how you can save a life. Jefferson County Department of Health. So for Mountain Brook, unable to score a touchdown last week against Pell City, to come in and score 14 points in the first half, what does that say about the resiliency of this team?
That shows they have great resilience. I mean, they don't want to be denied. Most time when you're not able to score a lot of points in your previous game, you have a bad taste in your mouth, and you remember that taste all week at practice. You remember it during film session. So tonight they want to make a statement that says they won't be denied and show that they can put points on the board.
3rd down 5. Going to give it to McNight, and here comes a huge hole for McNight. Somebody overran the play, and McNight is off to the races. Nobody's even close to him. 10-5, touchdown, Mountain Brook. The Spartans have the lead again.
McNight, man, this young man is not being denied. Every time he touches the ball, he is very physical. He runs downhill, and he's going to take what is given to him. As you can see right there, he was able to get into the end zone once again.
Wow. Quick strike offense, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell right now, he looks like he's very gassed over there. But a young man like that, I would be gassed too if I'm just giving my all and running very hard every time I touch the ball.
Another City of Bessemer touchdown, and the point after attempt is good. 28.2 seconds left. Now, for Coach Sam Adams, I know he wanted to get the ball back, but he didn't want to get it back like that.
Yeah, he didn't want to get it back in that form. I mean, it was very explosive right there. Look, you see those run right there, running behind his offensive lineman. He's running behind his receivers, and he's just very explosive, up to the races, and nobody could catch him.
How important is it for the safety not to get sucked into the run and stay back? It looked like he was trying to go in, and as soon as he tried to go in, McNight was running past him.
Yeah, as a safety, you have to see everything. You might get impatient next time, but you can't just you can't just come down here like that. You want to make sure you can see everything. And right there, as you can see, looked like he was a little impatient, wanted to make the tackle, but you can't just have your eyes set on one play. You have to be able to see the whole field.
And we were talking about the defensive backfield. Watch the referee. Boom. See, he's trying to come up, and he runs right into the ref.
Yeah, he got caught right there by the referee. I bet he's thinking now, man, if I wouldn't have came up so early, maybe I could have made that play. Or either I wouldn't have ran into the referee.
And McKnight's going to go to the locker room a little early. See if he can get a little treatment and most likely some rest. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. As they say, they need to recharge Mr. McKnight.
They definitely do. Maybe
he's the McKnight rider. You don't know nothing about
No, I definitely don't.
You don't know nothing about that. Oh, goodness. See, I'm showing my age again. All right, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And goes into the end zone for a touchback. That was a show, I'm trying to think, about 20-something years before you were born, but it was an electrifying show. It was electrifying. It was our AI before your AI.
Sound like something you definitely tuned into.
I did. Everybody did. It had a car. You know, I'm a kid. It's got a car.
Yeah.
Got some electronics. I'm all there. Oh, yeah. Had cool music. Yeah. And here comes Mims. They're going to keep it on the ground, and Dupree able to get to the line of scrimmage and get a little bit more as the clock continues to run. Less than 20 seconds to play here in the opening half. Clock continues to run. It looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. And they're going to go into the locker room as the Spartans have stepped up in a major way after only scoring 3 points against Pell City in a loss. They've come out and scored 21 points. And now they have a 7-point lead.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
And let's go down to Austin.
Guys, I've got Coach Yeager here with Mountain Brook. Coach, explosive end of the first half right there. What are you seeing down here? What are you hoping to see in the second half?
Well, it's been a great first half. It's been a great high school football game. You know, it's always is with Oxford. They're a very good football team. We've just got to, keep running our offense and defense and execute. They're going to have their share of explosive plays, and we've got to have ours. We've got to be opportunistic And we need to start playing a little bit more complementary football. We need longer drives to keep our defense off the field and keep their offense off the field. So, that's what we need to do.
And you talked about looking for that spark on offense. It certainly seems you guys have found that here tonight. Going into the second half here, what's the key as far as putting points up on the board?
Well, we've got to, number one, keep taking advantage of formations and numbers. I know they're going to make adjustments, and so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see very quickly what their adjustments are and try to counter-adjust, because they're not just going to let us keep doing the same thing that we're doing. They're good coaches over there. They're competitive, and they're going to make some good decisions, and we've just got to, counter with it, counter our own decisions,
Yeah, I got you. Thank you very much, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you, Austin. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach Yeager, and thanks, Austin. When we come back, we'll have the Avadian Credit Union halftime, but so far it has been Spartans, the tip of the spear, trying to do their best to stay with Oxford, and they've done that with a 7-point
Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air.
Is the band ready?
Want me to yank this off the field? Okay. And Carrie Busby is how I say your name?
Carrie Busby.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Very good.
Dr. Pepper. They say when that hit is?
Children of Alabama interview.
And then I'm just going to talk about the game. I'm going to say we're your Friday night rivals, halftime, what the score is, and
You're watching the Avadian Credit Union Halftime Report. No matter your financial need, Avadian is here to help make it happen.
We're talking about distracted driving with Leslie Brown of the Health Education Safety Center here at Children's of Alabama. So, Leslie, I know people talk about cell phones as being a big distraction for teen drivers, but there are many others as well, right?
That's right. So cell phones are definitely a big distractor, not just for teen drivers, but for adults as well. But one thing that parents of new drivers may not realize is that the number of friends, the number of passengers that new driver adds to their vehicle is also a huge distraction. So obviously it's very convenient when our kids get that independence. They can go out and drive themselves to school, they can drive themselves to work, they can go to, concerts, to church, all the things. But what we want to do as parents to kind of protect them in a way of making sure that we are decreasing their risk is not allowing them to pick up all their friends on the way. Adding one passenger or friend to the vehicle doubles their chances of being in a car crash. 2 to 3 extra friends triples, and on the more passengers that you add to that vehicle.
So that's obviously one thing that parents want to talk to their teens about before they start driving. How do they approach that conversation? What's the best way to do it?
Well, I think it's always good to start young. Start with our young teens, and parents talk to them about being a safe passenger, making sure that they're not distracting the driver with the turning up the radio or showing them things on their cell phone, but to be watching for driving hazards around them. And also, it should be a non-negotiable. Every person in the vehicle should have on their seatbelt. The driver, every passenger, no matter where you're seated in the vehicle. Then as they progress on to getting their driver's permit, caregivers and parents need to make sure that we are driving with them and practicing with them in all kinds of weather conditions, night and day, rural roads, interstates, all those things, so they can practice with an experienced driver before they get on the road by themselves. And then right before they get their driver's license, they need to be making themselves familiar with the graduated driver's license law. The graduated driver's license program was created for families so that they can have that foundation of things that allow their new driver to practice and drive safely on the roads with decreased risk and distractions as they are new drivers. And of course, every family needs to add the non-negotiables to that are important to their household.
A lot of precautions for teen drivers to take to make sure they're staying safe on Alabama's highways. For more information, go to childrensal.org.
Union continues on the halftime show, 21-14 in favor of Mountain Brook, and the Mountain Brook band is performing the Phantom of the Opera with singing included. There's the Phantom right there. Wow. Let's go down to Austin, who has a very special interview. Austin?
We're here for Friday night rivals at Oxford High School, where Mountain Brook is currently leading Oxford 21-14. I've got Mountain Brook principal Carrie Busby here right now. And Carrie, tell me how events like tonight's game really emphasize the spirit of Mountain Brook.
I think that's a great question, and it's easy for me to answer. Friday night lights and Friday night events are a great unifier. If you look around at all of the different types of people that are here, from parents to students and the roles that they are playing, that you see it's a group who's all got different positions, all have things that they're doing, but because we're here for the event of the competition, it's a great unifier. From the band that's here, from the parents who travel with all the equipment, from the SROs who come. The fact that Friday night is a great unifier for our community, you can just see it on the field, really on both sides of the field.
Yeah, definitely. What's one particular goal or focus that you're passionate about for this year?
I would say that something that we're always passionate about in Mountain Brook Schools is providing an effective, challenging, and engaging education for all of our students. But even more so than that, we're invested in supporting all of the things that they do outside of the classroom, in the arts, in athletics, in their clubs. It's these opportunities that where kids can build their confidence, they can work with a team, and practice leadership, and it's those skills that follow them after high school and make them successful.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much, Carrie, for taking the time with us here today. Your Friday Night Rivals halftime coverage. We'll be right back.
You're watching You're watching the Avadian Credit Union Halftime Report. No matter your financial need, Avadian is here to help make it happen.
Sound of champions.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals. We're here at Oxford High School, where Mountain Brook is currently leading Oxford 21-14. I have Oxford High School Athletic Director Larry Davidson here with me now. And Larry, how does it feel hosting Friday Night Rivals tonight?
Well, we appreciate you being here, and this is really what high school athletics is all about. And we appreciate what 3340 and My 68 and everybody does to promote high school athletics.
Thank you very much, Larry. I really appreciate that. And I know you've been the athletic director here since 2006, but it's my understanding that you've worn a ton of hats here as far as helping out and coaching with some of the athletic programs. What can you tell us about your 46-year history here in Oxford?
Well, first of all, it's been a great, great ride, and it's because of the people of this community. This is a great community that supports high school athletics. And, yeah, I came here in 1980 with Coach Burgess and was the head basketball coach for 26 years and coached through all our football coaches, Coach Burgess and Coach Herring, and was the boys and girls head tennis coach and became the athletic director in 2006. So it's a great place. We like to say we're a 6A school with a 1A mentality, which what we mean by that is high school athletics and the school athletic program is a big, big part of the community. And our community comes out and supports not just football, but all of our athletic department.
Yeah, definitely. You can certainly see it here in the stadium tonight. Well, what can you tell us about some other athletic programs or maybe upgrades to your athletic facilities?
Well, first of all, the facility you see behind us, we've been in it for 3 years now, and it's top-notch. It's as good as you'll find in high school athletics. And it's not only a football facility, but it's a total athletic facility for all of our teams, boys and girls. And also, there's a lot of meeting rooms that our teachers are able to use. We've got a team room that they use. So it's a total school Champions Athletic Center.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it. Well, Larry, thank you very much for taking the time with us. And your Friday Night Rivals halftime coverage will be right back.
Mims dive. Oh, he spun the ball. Direct snap to McNight. McNight again, and he's off to the races, 43 yards. Boom. McNight breaking a tackle, 2 tackles, off to the races, stiff arm. But here comes McNight again. He
just can't be stopped.
Over 200 yards on the ground by that young man right there. That's why I say he's the McNight rider. Wow. There you go. Okay. That's good.
Can I put some in there, James?
Welcome back, and this is our first half highlights of Avadian Credit Union halftime show. Big plays start the game. Jaylen Taylor gets the pass from Mims, and gets it all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And then it's Mims. He's going to take it 10 yards and dive into the end zone for the score. Point after attempt was good. Yeah, he's going to spin the ball 7-0. But then it's a tight end play to get it 1 yard away and a direct snap to McNight. And they tie it up at 7 apiece. We go to the second quarter. Here comes McNight. I'm calling him the McNight Rider. Just like Knight Rider, he just can't be stopped. 43 yards on that play. Jaylen Taylor says, you know what, I can do a little bit better. Run after the catch is outstanding for this senior receiver. Even a stiff arm, he goes 56 yards for the score to tie it up at 14 apiece. But in the waning moments of the first half, Mr. McKnight, the McKnight Rider, 65 yards for the score. And RJ, when you look at the totals, I mean, it's almost identical, but for Lawson McKnight, he's the backup, and he's got over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, Lawson McKnight, this young man, he's doing what he's doing. I mean, he's not afraid. He's playing good football, and he's taking advantage of every opportunity that he's having. Right now, he's playing some good football, and I'm excited to see what he'll do in the second half. He already have over 200 yards in the first half.
Stay tuned. The Avadian Credit Union halftime show is wrapping up. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the third quarter. Mountain Brook with a 7-point lead. Stay tuned. Avadian Credit Union halftime show continues on. 21-14 is your score as the Spartans have the lead, but they're not the only high school game going on tonight. Let's take a look at our highlights from around the country on Friday Night Rivals.
Best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Kelly's firing the ball deep. He's got a receiver. He also has a defender near him who comes down with the ball. Interception. No, Rickards caught it. I thought it was picked. No, Rickards caught it.
Play make, de Blasio's rolling to throw. Will launch upfield. Oh, what a catch in traffic. And breaking free is Wyndham. And he dives towards the pylon, gets it, touchdown. Wow. How about the effort by Wyndham? The catch in congestion, and then he turns up the sideline and dives to the pylon and scores. Watch this. This was something else right here. There's been some big plays in this game tonight. And this rank.
And Gilson is going to throw it outside, and it's intercepted. It is picked off. And this could be a house call. And he dives ahead. Justice Tilla.
Colbert looks to pass. Got plenty of time. Now here comes the pressure. Going to try to get it to Keel and does. Keel keeps his feet. Look at Keel. Weston Keel's going to keep his feet, and he's going to go 10-5. Touchdown. Bear kick.
The Navian backs got time to throw. It does so. The corner of the end zone, jump ball. They're going to call a flag on Simmons.
And he caught it.
Did he catch it? They give it to him right here.
Great plays from around the country. Stay tuned. We'll get you ready for kickoff. 21-14 your score in favor of the Spartans. Stay tuned.
Guys, we're here on the field at Oxford High School for Friday night rivals, where Mountain Brook is leading 21-14. We've got Coach Adams with Oxford right now. Coach, tell me a little bit about how this game's going, the flow of the game.
Well, defensively we're playing well for a lot of snaps, and then we've had a couple times where we're jumping out of our gaps and we're giving up, huge plays in the run game. So we got to just be consistent with our run fits and take on blocks and get off of them. And offensively we've had really 3 somewhat productive drives. We just got to be able to finish them with points when we get down there.
And you talked before the game about how defense really needed to step up tonight for what you thought would be a close game. It seems like there's been a spark there on the field. What would you say about that performance in the first half and what you need out of the guys in the second half?
Well, we've got to be consistent. We've had a spark and we've looked really good for some plays, and then they've also, they popped us probably 3 times on pretty big runs. So, and with a team that's going to, be as persistent with the run game as they are, we can't really live that way. It's got to be an every down kind of thing for us to have really good run fits against these guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half. Your Friday Night Rivals halftime coverage will be right back.
All right, thank you very much, Austin. And we are moments away from starting the third quarter. When you think about what Coach Adams said about them being in the right place, except for those couple of plays, which turned out to be the 21 points that has given Mountain Brook the lead. As far as those adjustments, how do you get guys to stay in place, RJ?
Yeah, well, it just comes down to one thing. You have to be disciplined. You have to know your gaps, know your responsibilities. And those type of points that they have right there, you have to just be very smart. You have to know what to expect in what situations. And you just got to play smart, disciplined football. And that's how you stay in the game and don't give up a lot of points like that.
Well, we'll see exactly what happens because, remember, Mountain Brook won the toss. They deferred, which means they get the ball back to start the third quarter. And Coach Yeager obviously is pleased with the fact that his offense has shown up tonight, scored some points, but now they've got to continue that offensive prowess and score some more.
I think they have to bring it out here tonight. It's very important that they bring that into the second half right here. They had a great first half, but you have to show it in the second half right here as well.
And for Coach Adams, I don't think that he was surprised because he's been in these battles with Mountain Brook since he's come here to Oxford. But he has to tell his guys, hey, if we don't make that adjustment, it's going to be a long night.
And I think that could have been his halftime message. Hey, guys, we know what they do. We've seen what they can do. Now it's time for us to come out here and just play football. We've been in these type of moments before, so that we know what to expect.
And now for another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this is a sky kick. Short, taken at the 35. And the tight end, Wallace Hunter, the up back, takes it and gives them pretty good field position right at the 40-yard line. And the quarterback, Caden Hoffbauer, he's done a good job. 3 of 4, only 51 yards in the air, but he's also rushed 7 times for about 38 yards. All right, from the 39-yard line to be exact, here comes the Spartan offense. McNight, they fake it to him. Hoffbauer now is going to run. He has some room, and he spins and gets close to the first down. Tackle there made by Aiden Huffer.
Yeah, Hayden Huffer was very smart. He seen the quarterback wanted to cut back up, wanted to cut upfield, but he sat on it and was able to make a good fit tackle right there. And that's what you want to see in a good defensive player like that. See right here, very patient, fakes to the running back. Looks like he wanted to throw downfield, but he eventually being smart and couldn't get much yards he wanted to, so he just had to live for another down.
Second and short. Give to McNight. McNight breaks a tackle. Wow, and this time there's a flag, but a huge hit by Marcus Lawler. He came back and sent a message that he's back on the field.
Yeah, he definitely sent a huge message with that huge hit he just put on McNight. I mean, he met him right there. You see right here, he bounced to the outside. He says, no, not right there. And kind of hit him pretty hard right there. They both went to the ground.
We do have a flag on the play. Let's see what the official call is. Moves them back 10, all the way back to the 40-yard line. Mountain Brook try to keep their offense moving in the right direction. Keeping it is Hoffbauer, trying to elude one defender, and gets a good block, and he just goes down the line and goes out of bounds right at midfield.
He's very patient. Looked like he wanted to cut up inside, but he said, nah, that hole's close, so he bounced to the outside. Didn't get many yards from there, but it was enough for a first down right there.
Enough for a first down, a Salvatore's first down, and they move the chains. Remember, mention Salvatore's. Remember Friday Night Rivals at Salvatore's and get 10% off of your order. Smith in motion. A little slide action there by Jordan. And once again, McKnight on the run. He's able to get some positive yards. Jalen Robinson there to make the tackle.
Jalen Robinson did a great job of trying to stay outside containment. McKnight wanted to bounce up to the inside, but he's doing a very great job. But once the inside closes, he bounced to the outside, staying very patient.
2nd and 7. McKnight keeping it. Good run by McKnight, able to get close to the first down marker again to bring up 3rd and short.
One thing about McKnight, he loves bounce to the outside. I mean, he lives on the outside, but one thing about it, no one can stop him, and he's been very successful at running to the outside zone and stretching that ball to the outside. So he's going to continue to do it as long as he continues to get positive yards.
All right, 2nd down, make it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 in Yellow Jacket territory. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Give to McKnight again. And McKnight looks like he may have enough for the first, depending on the spot. And they're saying he may be short, so it's going to be 4th down. And as you can see, his Guardian helmet, he had to put it back on. What you see for Mountain Brook right there on top of their helmet is called a Guardian cap. And that's part of the new innovation to keep players safe. Coach Yeager last season became the first high school in the state of Alabama to outfit the entire team with these caps. Not only do they wear them in the game, they have different ones that they use during practice, and it keeps the team safe. This is something that the NFL has allowed players to use in a voluntary manner, but during camp they use it mandatory. And these actually take the pressure, take the impact of a hit, the intensity of the hit off. And here's a punt. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. We take a break. We come back. We'll see if Oxford can get their offense going as they trail by 7. Go get me a water.
Okay.
All Hurry up.
Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air.
All right. 21-14 is your score. The defense for Oxford holds on the first series of Mountain Brook. Now we'll see if the offense for Oxford can get things started as they trail by 7. Here comes Mims, quick pass, finds his receiver in Ford, and Ford's able to get some positive yards close to the first down.
Quick pass, great catch and great throw. Was able to get enough positive yards and was very patient. Knew where he wanted to go, get the ball to, zipped it right on to him, and enough yards for positive yards.
2nd down and 1. Give to Dupree, and looks like he dives forward and gets enough for the first tackle made there by Miller Crumpton.
One thing about Mountain Brook defensive linemen, they're doing a very good job of being patient. They're striking and shedding, and once they figure out where the ball is, they're doing a good job of reacting to it. Not only reacting to it, but they're also getting to the ball carrier to make a tackle.
Another Salvatore's first down. Mims. Quick throw, and it's intercepted. The Spartans get a pick, and it's Miller Crumpton, the linebacker. Wow, what a play by Crumpton.
Wow, what a definitely a momentum play right there. The defender was patient. He knew where the quarterback wanted to go, and Miller Crumpton just sat on. The linebacker was in perfect position right there, got the interception, and a very good spark as you need right here from Mountain Brook right here. Very patient, rolling out. He sees right there. He picks it right there.
Good job. It looked like the quarterback was telegraphing the pass. They've only hit 2 receivers, Taylor and Ford. So now the offense back in business. Short field. They give it to McNight. He has over 200 yards rushing. He adds to that with about a 3-yard gain there.
McNight is the type of player, he just won't be denied. He's probably telling the coach, keep feeding me. And that's the type of players you want on your team right there. You know you have to come out and score some points, but you also got to be very physical. And right now, he's doing all of those things.
2nd down and 7. Shift by the offensive line. Hoffbauer throws, has a receiver, and just overthrew Sam Smith. Wow. And fans, remember, at the end of the game, we will have our school bus stop of the game, and that interception by Mountain Brook is a candidate for our school bus stop of the game. Remember, the law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. 3rd down. Off-bound reception made, enough for the first down, and that's Trey Vincent, his 2nd reception of the evening.
Trey looked it in right there, was very patient, caught the ball, enough for a first down right here. Great route, great protection by the offensive lineman right there. Great pass. Looked like he wanted to get upfield a little bit, but he got enough for the first down right there. And that's what you want to see in a great quarterback and a great receiver.
Into the south. It's the Salvatore's first down into the Window World red zone right at the 20-yard line. Keeping it is Hoffbauer. He fakes out the entire defense into the end zone. Touchdown. What a play by Caden Hoffbauer. Another City of Bessemer touchdown.
Wow, what a play. He faked him out so hard. He He drove the whole defense side. They shipped to one side. He pulled it, and the other right side of the field was wide open. What a great read right there by the quarterback for another Mountain Brook Spartan touchdown.
What a difference a Friday makes. Last week against Pell City, they couldn't get anything done offensively. Now they're 1 point away from scoring 28 points in this game with a lot of football left to play. Point after attempt is up, and it is good. 6:12 left to play here in the third quarter. And Mountain Brook says we're just going to keep it continuation of what we did in the first half, and Hoffbauer keeps it going. You're watching Friday Night Rivals. Stay tuned. The Spartans have come out and been more than just the tip of the spear. They have driven that spear all the way through the hearts of the Oxford faithful here as they have expanded their lead to make it 14 points.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, last week they didn't score many points, but tonight they're coming out here to make a statement. They're showing, although we didn't score this many points last year, we're a good football team. We can play some great football. And as you can see, this is what happens. This is how many points you score once you come out here and you do what you do. You've been coached to do. And right now, the proof is in the pudding. It's showing what they can do tonight.
And there's some life over there for the bench at Mountain Brook. They got to do what they have to do to see if they can close this game out. But if you're on the other side, for Oxford, they got to find some answers and pretty quick.
Yeah, they have to find them very quick.
Time now for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Another deep kick into the back of the end zone. And remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. They're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPinesFCU.org today. And our Fortis Institute scoring drive, 4 plays, 42 yards, capped off by Hoffbauer's keeper, 20 yards in for the score. That was a good fake. And here come the Yellow Jackets. Going to keep it on the ground, and the young freshman Dre Williams able to make a play and get some yards, about 6 yards on that carry. Just a freshman, had some good plays last week as Caleb Wynn, who is their 1,000-yard rusher from last year, went down. And now the tandem of Josh Dupree and Williams are trying to keep this running game alive. Williams once again on the play. And Billy Farrow and others right there to make the tackle. He's got a good offensive line in front of him, and now that offensive line's got to show their worth here in the last 5 minutes of the third quarter. And we've got some movement. A couple of linemen hitting themselves in the head. False start moves them back 5. Self-inflicted wounds. It's not what you want to see.
Can't afford to have those, especially when you're trying to get a drive going downfield. You're trying to get a few drives right here, but you can't have those type of penalties that's hurting yourself right here.
4 wide receiver set. They're going to send their tight end all the way out on the near side of the field in Bo Mims, number 5 right there, closest to our score bug. Mims, quick throw, and in and out of the hands of Jaylen Surehand Taylor. That may have been a wasted opportunity. So now 4th down, the defense holds for Mountain Brook, and it's a punting situation for the Yellow Jackets. And for Coach Adams, he's got to find some answers as the third quarter continues to wind down. High but short punt. It's going to take a Yellow Jacket bounce and stay right at the 45-yard line. Good field position now once again for Mountain Brook. And it's not really the field position that's been their secret sauce. It's just been how they've been able to execute quick strike at times where they've caught Oxford on their heels.
Yeah, Mountain Brook, they have done a very good job of executing, whether it's a pass, whether it's a run. They're just doing everything. They're not trying to go too fast. They're just making the play do what it do, and they're just being very patient. And one thing about it, their offensive line is being very physical too, and it's showing right here.
From the 45. Good handoff to McNight. And if Oxford doesn't watch it, they may allow McNight to get over 300 yards.
Well, right now on the path he's going, I mean, he's very close to it. He's just running. He's doing a good job of running downhill, trusting his offensive lineman, and most of all, he's doing what he's been coached to do, which is, I mean, hit the goal, hit this hole, hit his gaps, and he's doing a very good job of that.
2nd down and 5. McNight again. Here comes McNight. He has some room. And once again, it's time for our Children's of Alabama Smile Camp. Those are the Oxford cheerleaders. They showed them, they featured them before the game. Look at all those cheerleaders.
They're showing their smiles.
There we go. Remember, Children's of Alabama. Yeah, that's our Smile Camp. See, when I said we showed some guys, now we got a lot of ladies, young ladies right there. Hello.
Showing all the smiles.
There you go, all the smiles. Keeping it on the ground, McKnight has a hole, and he's able to get inside the 40 to about the 39.
Looks like he's beginning to come in the McNight show. He's just taking over.
McNight Rider. See, I'm not going to sing the song. I'm not going to do the music. But, yeah, McNight Rider.
McNight Rider.
Yeah, only his parents will know what I'm talking about. All right. See, and if I showed you a picture of it, you'd be like, oh, that. Okay. Second down and 5. McKnight able to get some more yards. Once again, he just keeps chipping away. Yaez Fleming was able to make the tackle. Yaez has been one of the few people, once he got his hands on him, able to bring him down almost immediately.
Yeah, I mean, once somebody has their hand on him, the other defenders have to come and tackle him, because if you don't, one little tackle may stop him.
Now, see, that's calling in the play, and the other guy's calling in the play. So they didn't have two boards. They just had one big board. So one had his hands up, the other just has the board. Okay. Here we go. Hoffbauer wide open. 10-5 touchdown. Bennett Jordan, his first touchdown of the year. Bennett Jordan, the tight end, makes a big play. play. And just like that, they caught the Yellow Jackets sleeping, and another City of Bessemer touchdown.
Man, they definitely caught him slipping. Bennett Jordan right there to the middle of the field was wide open. They probably had their eyes on McNight, the running back, but it left the tight end wide open. And that shows right then and there when when it's open, it's open. And they did a good job of executing the play.
Wow. Kick is up, and it's good. And they have broken this game wide open as the Spartans have 35 points, and we still got a quarter and a half to go. And look at the celebration for Bennett Jordan. This is his first touchdown of the year, and he can't believe it. He's like, oh, I can't believe it. Oh, my God, I can't believe it.
Well, it might have been his first touchdown, but it was very key right here. Very patient. He was wide open in the middle of the field. It was nothing but green grass, touchdown, and he just marched his way right into the end zone right there. He's very excited, very pumped. Like I said, maybe his first touchdown, but it was a very key big touchdown.
Wow. And everybody's celebrating like, they're like, what are we to do? Now, if you're Oxford at this point, you got to feel some kind of way. That wasn't the starting tight end. He's the backup tight end. Now it's Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Taylor back deep. Now, the Yellow Jackets can come back, but they're going to have to start that climb now. And the ball falls off the tee. Oh. Does it fall off the tee? I think we're ready. Okay. So they got to move the kicking team back 5 yards. Oh, they didn't have enough personnel on the field.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and man down. Now they moving back 5. He says, okay, can I kick it now?
Hopefully we're ready to go now.
And this one goes out of the sideline, and it'll be a penalty, but they'll get an opportunity. And now our Fortis Institute scoring drive, and there's Mr. McNight, the McNight Rider. 5 plays, 55 yards. And McNight, everybody thought it was just going to stay with him on the ground, but they throw the pass to Bennett Jordan, and he takes it 37 yards for his first touchdown of the season. And he was feeling real good. Fortis Institute scoring drive. So now Oxford may have to rely on some big plays as Josh Dupree is able to get to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. And for Mountain Brook, now they're going to play some inspired defense.
Yeah, Mountain Brook, they had the momentum. They're playing high-level football. They're being smart, being defensive sound. And they're just doing everything they can do to be successful.
Got some changes on the offensive line for Oxford. Mims is now being chased. Mims is trying to get away. He's trying to run for his life there. He throws the ball away. Great job. But Boyd Cooper was on him and trying to grab him for a sack.
Mims, I mean, he had plenty of time back there, but he didn't have much time for long. Once they were all on it right here, you see right here, rolls out to the left. Oh, he said reverse. Oh, I'm going to roll back to the right. He tried to throw it away, but he eventually threw the ball away and lived for another down. That's what you want to do in a great quarterback.
3rd down 10. Mountain Brook now taking a timeout. Looks like they had some individuals in the wrong spot. 1:31 left here in the third. Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And make sure that you download the app on the Apple Store or on the Google Play, your Google Store. And remember, you need to understand the signs of an overdose, learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app today. And let's go to our ACT Equipment coaches call. This was a good play here, RJ.
Yeah, coaches, I mean, that was a great, very great coaches call. They had all their attention on McNight, but they left the middle wide open, and the number 81, he was just right there. That was what you call perfect time, and perfect execution. And he executed it very well, and he left it wide open, which resulted in a touchdown.
And that's our ACT Equipment coaches call. Now 3rd down and 10. If you're making a coach's call now, what do you think Oxford needs to do in order to keep this drive alive?
Well, they need some type of explosive play to spark, get them going right here. I mean, they haven't had one since maybe the first half, but they need something that's going to get them going right here in the second half.
And that explosive play eluded them as Oxford overthrew the intended receiver, Jaylen Taylor, and it's a punting situation. 35 points is not completely out of the possibilities, but they really want to try to stop this Mountain Brook team if they can. Marcus Lawler back deep to punt. And he booms this one. Fair catch called. Backs him up a few steps, and he makes the catch right at about the 27-yard line, 26-yard line. So now it's Mountain Brook that has shown they've got a lot of weapons. And Caden Hoffbauer coming out there with the football. Now he's got to try to manage this game to get their victory.
He's done a great job of managing the game so far, but at the same time, he's being very patient, and he knows he has playmakers. All he has to do is get the ball in the right playmaker hand, and it shows they can be successful once they do that.
Hoffbauer is going to keep it again. Once again, nobody's at home on the backside, and he runs out of bounds, gets enough for another Salvatore's first down, and the fans who have made it all the way out here on I-20 are clapping and celebrating. Even some got a turnover chain. I'm like, wow, okay. Didn't know mommies do the turnover chain too. That's new. And some are online right now. They're watching. Some are still like, wait a minute, are we really going to win this game?
Right. They probably look at all these points we scored.
Yeah, they got some folks with some serious looks. And there you go. There's the signals. McKnight on the carry once again. The backside is loose, and he's able to get some positive yard. Keenan Britt runs him down, but not before he gets enough for another first down, and we do have a player down for Mountain Brook.
It was a great hustle play by Keenan Britt. He tracked the offensive player down, was very smart, and he hustled too. That's plays you want to see like that. I mean, young man located the ball, and he made the tackle.
Check that. That's a player for Oxford, and that's Kelvion Malone, their defensive end. And he has his body contorted a little bit. He's in pain. They're trying to work that leg, trying to see if they can find out where's the cause of that pain. Another Salvatore's first down. And how important is this game? You see Mountain Brook right now. They're at a pivotal point in their season because they're 2-2, but 0-1 in region play. So a win today will keep them in pace with all of the teams in the upper echelon. Clay Chalkville's been playing outstanding football. Oxford is undefeated, but they may come down with a loss in this one, which will bring them down with everybody else. With Pell City, Pinson Valley, and Mountain Brook, all would have one loss in the loss column for region play. Pivotal. See? Pivotal.
Got it out then, huh?
Yeah, I got it out. It was there. I just had to get it out. You take a look at Oxford's schedule. They go to Helena for a non-region game. That's also an important game. But then they go through the gauntlet at Pell City, at Clay Chalkville, and then at Huffman. And they finish out of region play taking on Florence. And good to see Malone getting up and walking on his own. And Mountain Brook, they go to Homewood. Then they play Clay Chalkville. And that's at home. That's important. At Pinson Valley. And then Huffman and Shades Valley.
Mountain Brook has a tough stretch from here on out.
And once again, I call this the chorus line alignment. Everybody in one straight line looking.
Everybody going to shift their positions right now.
There we go. There we go.
Got fast positions.
Keeping it is Hoffbauer. And, this time he found out. Terrion Russell said, no, not today.
He was all over that play. That's what you want to see. His eyes were in the right spot. Wrapped him up. Made a great tackle.
I mean, just a good spin move right there. Looks like they're going to try to let the clock continue to run down as we're looking at 2nd and 10. And just a few seconds away. And there we go. One more quarter in regulation, but right now the Spartans on top, 35-14. Stay tuned. And what we thought was going to be a grudge match has turned into a blowout as Mountain Brook has come alive in the third quarter, getting defensive plays and getting everybody involved in the scoring process. Even the guys coming off the bench. Our crown trophy presented to the winning team. That trophy provided by Crown Trophy. And we want to thank them for providing our trophies for Friday Night Rivals. And we'll also have the Drummond Company Player of the Game after the game. Second down now for the Spartans as we start the fourth quarter. Keeping it is Hoffbauer, and he goes inside, able to get about 2 or 3 yards. They're trying to say it was a turnover, but they're saying he was already down.
The inside zone right there. He kept it, but let's see if he's able to get for a first down.
So now third down and about 8. McNight now shifting to the far side. Now keeping it is Hoffbauer, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds short of the first down.
Hoffbauer did a great job of bouncing that to the outside. It looked like he wanted to go inside, but once that hole collapsed and closed, did a great job of bouncing it to the outside.
So it looks like they're going to go for it on fourth down. Now direct snap's going to come to McKnight. And now they shift again, and now they're bringing on the special teams. I mean, you got to be ready for everything on this. Here comes the punt. It's going to take a Spartan bounce and down inside the 20. When we come back, we'll see if Oxford can get their offense going. Stay tuned. And it's Smile Cam, Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. Remember, Children's of Alabama, all for your one. All right, we got some girls and guys there. One guy's like, nah, I'm not going to smile. I'm going to wave. I'm not going to smile. The other two are smiling.
Got a mixture of both there, huh?
There you go. Smile Cam, one of our fan favorites, Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. So now we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can get their fans smiling again as they trail 35-14. Flare pass out. Here comes Dre. And Dre's able to make some positive moves and get them close. But he's down now, and he's in pain. And it looks like it's his right hand. Players going to the side. And it looks like he was able to get up, and they got him on the side. Just a freshman, and they're just checking out his, looks like his shoulders.
Yeah.
And you know what? It looked a lot worse than what it really was. He looks like he's okay now. Just like my flag football kids. They hit the ground, and I'm thinking you got to call 911, and then they just get up and say, Coach, I want to do it again. Like, that's a face mask right there. And it looks like that'll be added on. Jaylen Taylor got his face mask pulled. Now it's L.G. Williams called for the face mask.
Yeah, one thing about Jaylen Taylor, he showed what he can do tonight. He's been explosive when he can do it. Yeah, he grabbed the face mask right there. They're going to call it every time right there in front of the official. But he showed what he can do tonight, and he's been very explosive when he has the ball in his hand. So have to watch out for him at all times.
1st and 10 near midfield. Mims trying to do something to keep it alive. And looks like depending on where they knock him out of bounds, is saying that he's right at the 49-yard line, still in Yellow Jacket territory. Defense did a good job. Boyd Cooper and company trying to pursue him. So now they're saying he stepped out a little early, so rather than getting positive yards, he got negative yards. 2nd down and 12. Keeping it on the ground is Dupree, and Dupree goes nowhere. When you have a lead the way that the Spartans have a lead, you can just send everybody.
You can, but at the same time, you want to be smart as well. So they're doing a great job of showing what they can do, but they're also being smart and still playing Mountain Brook Spartans football.
So now 3rd down situation. Nix and Ford split out on the far side, and you've got Taylor right here on the near side. Send Dupree out. They split him out. Keeping it is Mims. Mims going to run. Mims has some room to run, but he's still short of the 1st down. Good tackle there by Gaines Drew.
He was shorter on the 1st down, but he did a good job of executing that quarterback draw right there. He looked, then he took off running, hit the hole, hit the gap, and he did a very great job of getting some explosive yards from that play.
They're going to go for it on 4th down and 1. Now they're moving Dupree back into the backfield, and there's a flag. There was movement. And it looks like our center du jour may have moved the football.
Once again, you have momentum plays like that. You can't afford to have negative plays. I mean, you just had a positive yard, then you have a snap infraction like that. You can't afford to have those type of plays.
Well, down 35-14. They've got to go for it right here in this situation. And here come the Yellow Jackets. 4th and 6. Mims got to throw it. He does. And reception made by Taylor. He bobbled it a little bit, but has enough for a 1st down. Salvatore's 1st down, and they move the chains into Spartan territory.
Yeah, way to be patient. I mean, he bobbled the ball. He rolled out a little bit right there. I mean, he knew he wanted to go to the receiver. He was right there. He bobbled it, but way to hold the ball and be able to catch it was get some positive yards for the 1st down.
From the 29. Mims, the ball is deflected, almost intercepted by Miller Crumpton. Would have been his 2nd pick of the night.
Miller Crumpton almost had it, but it was just a shot short of him right there. He read it right there as being patient, sent down. He know where he wants to go, but ball got tipped right there. Good job by the defensive lineman getting pressure and getting a hand on the ball right there.
Two wide receivers down the far side, 2nd down and 10. Dupree is slung to the ground. Good open field tackle by Skip Sturman. That's a tackle for a loss. So now another 3rd and long for Oxford. They were saved earlier in the drive with a penalty that was able to keep the drive alive, and they were able to make a pass reception to get into Spartan territory. Ford goes in motion to the far side. Mims getting some pressure, throws it, reception made, and able to break a couple of tackles. The ball is loose, and they're saying that they have it. Mountain Brook is saying that they have the football. And yes, they say that Taylor fumbled it, and it's Mountain Brook's football. Now, Taylor's arguing and saying that no, the ground caused it. And he may want to go to the sideline right now. It's a little bit too late for that.
Yeah,
and
see,
now he's flagged. Oh, no. That's not what you want to do, Mr. Taylor. You don't want to be the flag maker. Now he's going to go to the sideline. And Coach Adams is like, man, let's take another look at it. Oh, yeah. It's out.
It came out.
It's out.
But one thing about Jaylen Taylor, we've seen what he can do all night, but a play like that, you just can't have it, man. You got you got great reception, great yards, Nate. Can't afford to fumble the ball, but not only that, you can't afford to go back and forth with the referee and argue and get a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct. You just can't do that.
And that's not the way you want this game to go if you're a Yellow Jacket fan. And that's a learning lesson even for the senior in Taylor.
Yes.
You got to secure the ball, but also if it doesn't go your way, you got to get off the field. And they keep it on the ground. The clock continues to run. And Lawson McNight, his yardage tonight continues to rise. And this team is definitely, and remember later on tonight at the end of the game, we'll have our Drummond Company Player of the Game. And Mr. McKnight definitely is one of the nominees. Handoff again, and this time McKnight goes down. Malone was right there initially to bring him down. Clock continues to run.
McKnight, he's running very smart, but one thing, not only is he running smart, but he's running very hard and physical. And I mean, he's basically saying, Coach, continue to give it to me, just feed me all night. And one thing about it, they're giving it to him because nobody's been able to stop it. So if they can't stop it, then why would you stop giving it to him?
Right. 3rd down and 8. And here we go. Everybody gets out of the line and gets to their position. Give again to McKnight's got one man, and that one man stands him up. Good play by Keenan Britt. He stood in the gap and took on the player as soon as he got close.
That was very smart football right there. He knew where he wanted to go, but he was able to stand in the gap. Not only was he able to stand, but he was able to contain this gap and get a great tackle right there. What a very great tackle by the defensive lineman, Keenan Britt.
Watch it again. Says, I'm just going to stay, and then that's when I'm going to react and just stand you up.
I think Keenan Britt did a good job. He knew McNight wants to bounce outside, so he stood right there and was very patient. Once he cut in, he was able to make the tackle right there in the gap.
Fourth and 8. Taylor from inside his own 30. Here comes Taylor. Jaylen Taylor to the 40. Jaylen Taylor goes right out of bounds right at midfield. A good return for Oxford and for Jaylen Taylor, and now their offense has to kick it in high gear. 5 minutes to come back in this game. Stay tuned. And for the Spartans, they're 5 minutes away from bouncing back after a 10-3 loss to Pell City in order to get their first win in region play this season against a team last year that went 13-1. And for Oxford, it'll be their first loss in region play. But they have an opportunity now to try to turn the tide. But they've got to start right now, quick, fast, and what they say, in a hurry. There you go. Even the Yellow Jacket mascot on the side trying to say, oh, man, we got to do something. Mims can't find anybody open, and he's going to throw it high and incomplete. Reception was made by Ford, but he caught it out of bounds. So now it's 2nd down and 10.
Mount Brook did a great job on that last play of creating pressure, but had to do a great job of throwing it away. But if he could have stayed in bounds, man, that would have been a great catch. But unfortunately, he came down with it out of bounds. They did a great job of creating pressure on that last play.
2nd down and 10. Quick pass. Reception made to Ford, but Ford has stood up. And that's L.G. Williams playing that cornerback. He said, no, not today. You're not going to get past me.
He was wet. L.G. Williams all over that pass right there. I mean, he was patient. He saw it, but once he saw it, he reacted and made a great stop right there. Doesn't get any better than that. Saw it right here, as you can see. He made it, boom, right there. Good stop, good tackle. Got him to the ground, and a great defensive play right there. We didn't get him to the ground, but he made the play.
All he had to do was make a stop. 3rd down, 13. Mims. Look at the backside. He gets it away. Reception made by Taylor. Still short of the 1st down. And it'll bring up another 4th down situation.
Yeah, Mims got it out right in time, right enough time, because if he didn't, it could have been a forced fumble or a sack.
They bring in a tight end, Bo Mims. Javin Nix goes out on the side. They put Taylor out on the far side. Dupree in the backfield along with Mims. And Mims throws it, and it's short because he had pressure from that defensive front of the Spartans. And once again, they hold and turnover on downs. Take another look.
He had pressure all in his face right here. Come from the inside, boom, got it out, threw it out right just enough time. Couldn't hardly see what he wanted to do because he had so much pressure right there. What a great, another defensive stop by the Mount Brook Spartans.
And that was Skip Sturman able to apply that pressure. 4:41 left, and you see Mims. He may have another opportunity, but time is running out. And for Mountain Brook, they're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel toward their first region victory. McNight on the carry. Gets a little bit beyond the line, maybe just at the line of scrimmage. They may give him a half a yard on that one. Clock continues to run. And if you're Oxford, you need to get a turnover and a quick score. And another turnover, another quick score.
Yeah, you have to do that really quick, though.
And for Mountain Brook, they just want to hold on to the football. Sending 3 wide receivers in the shift over to the near side. Once again, handed off to Lawson McKnight. McKnight finds some light of day, and he's close to a 1st down. He goes down right at midfield.
McKnight right there on another good inside zone. Being very patient, running behind his offensive lineman. One thing about this offensive lineman tonight, they've been very physical up front, and it always starts up front in the trenches.
3rd and 3. And once again, now see the line is a little crooked now.
Yeah.
They're not in stiff line like they were. Oh, here they
Look
are.
how fast they can shift their positions.
Here we go. Now they're in a straight line. Boom. There he goes. Telling you, it's like a video game. Handed off to McKnight. Has a, wow, look at this huge hole. Here comes McKnight. Lawson McKnight. 10-5, another touchdown for the Spartans. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And Lawson McKnight may have over 300 yards rushing.
Lawson McKnight is doing a good job of eating tonight. Maybe being greedy, but that's a good type of greedy. I mean, this man has been unstoppable, and he's definitely been undeniable, and that's what you want to see in a great running back, just putting the team on his back, and he's doing a good job of that tonight.
Now, coming into tonight's game, Lawson's stats, according to Max Prep, 10 carries for 57 yards. He had over 200 yards tonight in the first half. Wow. Point after attempt, kick is up, and it is good. And nobody, I mean nobody, saw this score coming when you said Mountain Brook versus Oxford. Last year it was a 1-point game, and now it's the Lawson-McNight show. The McNight rider is riding high.
It was a beautiful inside zone. It's perfectly executed. I mean, nobody on the first level, second level, or third level can get their hands on them, and when they can't, that's what happens right there. And this man has been a show tonight for Mountain Brook Spartans.
And tonight, officially, he has 312 yards. So all of you folks at home who are watching on My 68, you're going to have a lot of people tomorrow in the barbershop, in the coffee house, at the breakfast spot saying, no, that didn't happen. Against Oxford? At Oxford? No. Tell them, go to the tape.
Because one thing about the tape, it's never lies.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Come on.
And as they say, you're not boasting when it's true.
Right.
Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. 42-14. This was a young man who was really working in tandem with his teammate, who is the starting running back, Stuart Andrews. Stuart Andrews is their leading rusher coming into tonight's game. He is out with an injury. He actually has a boot on. So they said, well, we're going to see if Mr. McKnight can go. We've got Hoffbauer. He'll take some of the pressure off, too. But Hoffbauer didn't have to take the pressure. This young man said, give me the ball, and I'm about to show you what I can do. And he just sliced and diced tonight.
And he's definitely showed them what he could do.
Dupree on the carry. Less than 3 minutes remaining in this game, and nobody saw this coming. But it happens. And now if you're Oxford, you've got to figure out a way to swallow this one, digest it, learn from it, and try to bounce back.
You definitely have to, especially with the tough schedule they have coming in the second part of the season. Have to figure out what can we do, what did we do wrong, and what we could have done to have a better game. And maybe when they watch film on Sunday, they'll see what happened.
And there's Mr. Andrew right there. He went down last week, and he is out for this game. And some people would think if your leading rusher is out for the game, it's going to take a multitude of people to replace him. But it wasn't a multitude. It was the McNight Rider.
Been his show tonight.
It was the McNight Rider. He was the tip of the spear, and he went all the way through 312 yards. I'm not even sure anybody else in the state, especially in 6A, has gotten that many yards.
312 yards. That's just, man, that's a lot of yards.
Quick pass. Mims finds Taylor. A host of people right there to bring Taylor down. And that'll bring him close to the first down, but not close enough. So it'll be a fourth down situation. Clock continues to run. And Lawson McKnight will not forget this one for a long time. Dupree keeping it on the ground. And we take another look, and this is the Fortis scoring drive. 3 plays, 57 yards, capped off by Lawson McKnight. 50-yard touchdown run. He's had at least 3 touchdown runs over 40 yards tonight.
Man, he's been explosive.
Mims trying to do a bubble screen, and it's intercepted by Miller Crumpton. Miller Crumpton with his second pick of the night. And that may be our school bus stop of the game to put this one on ice.
Huge play right there. That was a great definition of being in the right spot at the right time. Seeing the quarterback was trying to make something happen right here. A lot of pressure right there, reading downfield, and he's right there in the right place. Says, give me that. He's going to take it downfield for another yards, and that's a great execution play right there.
Wow, what a night for the Spartans. 1:22 left to play. And we'll see if they want to put some more points on the board. Looks like they're going into the victory formation. And he's going to kneel it. And Coach Yeager is not necessarily one to run a score up or do anything like that. 20 years at Mountain Brook. He makes it intentional, very intentional, to try to do things the right way. Even this summer, he was part of a task force to look at, recognize, and bring up suggestions to try to cut down on the amount of transfers that they have within the high school realm. This is a coach that not only enjoys his job at Mountain Brook, but he enjoys coaching football. He loves the game and wants to see the game continue to grow. Another kneel down. And the Mountain Brook band put on the Phantom of the Opera. I think Lawson McNight stole the show.
He definitely stole the show.
As the clock continues to run down for Chris Yeager and the Spartans of Mountain Brook, they have come down to Oxford and put on a show. And sportsmanship front and center as the young men shake hands, coaches shake hands. Final score, 42-14 in favor of the Spartans. When we come back, we'll have our trophy presentation. You're watching Friday Night Rivals.
It'll be a minute. 1 minute.